You came down, and only that which comes down can ascend. No one can ascend into heaven but that which descended from heaven. So you are the ones that came down. And you came down to redeem human nature. But you are the God that came down. And all of us are the gods, the sons of God. And it was God's pleasure for us, the sons of God, to be detached and then ourselves become God the Father. So whom God afflicts for secret ends, he comforts and he heals, and then he calls them friends. So here, in that wonderful 53rd, it was the will of the Lord to bruise them. The will of the Lord to bruise them. You mean God, the God of love, it was his will to bruise him, unless he bruised him to detach me from his body, was certainly an operation. To send me out from his being where I participated in the life of the tree of life was an operation. And that certainly was bruising, that was severing the veins, severing the entire thing to send me out and then implant me into human nature. And so we're all implanted in human nature. And the graft will take. Let no one tell you that it will fail. My word shall not return unto me void. It must accomplish that which I purpose and prosper in the thing for which I sent it. Therefore receive with meekness the implanted word which is able to save yourselves. So instead of being a part of the tree of life and being perfect in it, you're detached, you bear the fruit of that tree, and therefore you are now the parent. Before you were not the parent, you only participated in the life of the tree. By detachment and by the transplant, you then in turn become the parent. And now you are God the Father. Everyone is destined to become God the Father. And to be God the Father, you must produce the fruit that is the fruit of the tree of life, which is God the Father, and that fruit is David. So you bring forth David, you bring forth David. And then when we all bring forth David, we are the tree of life, having life in ourselves. Rather than participating in the tree of life, we are the being that is the tree of life. We are life in ourselves. So as the Father has life in himself, he granted the Son also, through this experiment, to have life in himself. And the only way he could prove it is to bring forth the fruit of that tree, and the fruit of that tree is David. So here when you read it, bear in mind what I've told you tonight. You are infinitely greater than you think you are. You and I came down, and if one goes before in time, it doesn't mean he's better than. No one is better than when we all bring out the same Son. So let no one tell you because of he preceded you in a chronological time sequence that he is better than. We're all one. All are the same God the Father. He chose us in him before the foundation of the world. Chose us all as the buds upon the tree. And then implanted us, not in individuals, to make one better than the other, but in human nature. He assumed human nature unto our sacred person. For may I tell you, Jesus Christ is a person. Let no one tell you it's some peculiar, impersonal force.